Hi, man.
My belakang you lead again.
Sorry.
Where's the other two?
I don't know. I think they still sleep.
It's just sleep. I think we're gonna go without them because we're gonna be late for physics class, you know.
Let's go.
Alright, you be driving, bro.
Boleh lah.
For real, for real.
Boleh lah, man. This is your car.
Shut up, man.
I'm late.
Aku cek orang Asad. Asad. Asad, wake up, Asad. Asad, wake up. We're late. Wait. What time is it now? We're so late.
Asad, check the news. There was a car accident in the campus. And it's our friend.
Huh?
But there wasn't any footage of it. We need to figure this out. What?
The detectives are on the case.
And we shall solve this ourselves. You know what I said? It doesn't make sense at all. There wasn't any footage of the crash. We don't even know if they hit a car or did they hit a wall. We're gonna find out what it is. But there was a problem. We don't even have anything related to it. We didn't even know how heavy the car was. We didn't even know how fast they were going. We need an article or something that can help us, you know? You understand?
Yes, I understand, Afiq. But right now, we could just calm down and trust the articles that are presented to us, because that's the only source of information that we can trust on. Look, one of my journalist friends sent me a deeper intel on the accident. I'll send it to you.
So this was it. Not bad, but sufficient. Well, let's cut to the chase. You see, Asad, this is what we're going to talk about. Let us refer to the board. So, thanks to your article earlier, Asad, the article claims that your car collided with the truck. So, we're gonna find out how far they were going based on the data they gave. They gave the mass of the car and also mass of the truck. And not to forget, they also gave the initial velocity of the truck and the final velocity of the truck. So, we know this is an inelastic collision. So we're going to use the formula of momentum conservation. We want to find the initial velocity of the truck, right? So we're going to rearrange it. So we're going to substitute it. Wait a minute. We don't have the final velocity of the car. If only there was a miracle somewhere. Wait, what just happened?
Hi, I'm a ghost now. Asad.
When our car crashed, our final velocity was 80 meters per second. Maaf ya, Asad.
Oh, that was odd. Anyways, are you alright, Asad?
Yes, I'm fine. But something just hit my head. I now know the final velocity of the car.
And that is?
18 meters per second.
How do you suddenly know about it?
Emma, my name is Asad. I'm bound to know this information one way or another.
Well, if you say so, Asad, we'll consider their final velocity was 18 meters per second. Before we proceed with the calculation, there's a few questions here. what can this momentum happen? We just want these two masses collide with each other and no external force act again on the system.
Hi, I will add more information about Afiq points. So when does this principle happen? This principle happen before and after the collision. For example, when our car moving, that is before the collision. When our car hit the truck, that is after the collision. As for why does this principle important for our safety? It is because it can control the force during our collision so that we can reduce the force exerted on the driver and passenger.
And then, how?
Lastly, how does a crash transfer momentum? Momentum is transferred from one object to another through impact force. For example, when our car crashed into the truck, the, the momentum is transferred from car to the truck.
So that's it. We're gonna continue with the calculations. So we have the 80 meters per second. So with my smart brain, gonna calculate all this. We're gonna get, is it 30? Nah, just kidding with that. It is 25.5 meters per second. Just know how far they were going. We didn't even know how hard they hit the truck. So Seth, do you have anything to add over here?
If I may add, how about we take into consideration if they were to hit a wall? This time, let us investigate this using the concept of impulse. Impulse have the equations on how we can find out the force average. The impulse is equals to the average force times with the time taken where the contact x. So we need to remember this equation since we will use it for later. Use this equation where momentum after minus momentum before. So since it hits a wall, there is no velocity. So if there is no velocity, there is no momentum. So we can conclude that impulse is equals to negative v1, that is momentum before they hit the wall. So impulse is equals to negative mv, where impulse is equals to negative. We don't even have the masses of our friends Aiman and Zakwan. If there is only a way for us to know their masses, this can really help in solving this equation.
Hasan, my mass is 60 kg. Bye Hasan.
Okay. So let me continue.
Oh yeah, son! My mass is 55 kilogram. Bye-bye.
Oh, now I remember their masses. So the mass of Aiman is 55 kilogram and the mass of Zakwan is 60 kilogram plus both of their masses. So we will get 115 kilograms. We apply this times with the initial velocity of the car, which we will get the answer of. So you may be wondering, where is the impulse applied? So the impulse is applied at the contact point of the car, and also the occupants inside of the vehicle are stopped by the internal safety features, i.e. airbags and seatbelts.
Another example of impulse is like hitting a nail with a hammer and kicking a football. Bye-bye.
So let us continue back. If we have the impulse, we can use it in this formula. So to find the average force equals to average force times with the T. So one of the reports that were reported is Aiman and Zakwan's car came to a stop approximately T equals to 2.5 seconds. So we will use this information. So we will get the average force. So you may be thinking, Negative 1173 is a large force, but we will need to take into consideration that we need to find their weight times with G 9.8. If we look at it now, it's almost the same, which is only in this situation, occasionally the passengers will survive. Let us think in a hypothetical situation that both Zakwan and Ayman do not wear their seatbelts. So let us calculate on this matter. We need to know that if they do not wear their seatbelts and also have operational airbags, the contact time is smaller because the time taken to reach zero is much faster. Because if wearing seatbelts and operational airbags can help them to stop, so they have a force that is stopping them. So because of that, we will take into consideration the t would be less than. So we will take 0.2 because since they are not wearing, time to become zero would be much faster. So this is an appropriate number. So we will calculate it. The average force is equals to, which we'll get, comparing them, 5 times the weight. This is much more deadly. If it's 5 times, you can expect them to meet their fate. So it is important for us to make sure that our car is equipped with operational handbags and always make sure the passengers wear seatbelts.
Hi, Asad has explained on what and where impulse can happen. And because I've experienced this firsthand, I'm gonna be explaining on how and why impulse can happen. How does impulse affect a car crash? The basic formula of impulse is I equals to Ft. And when the time taken is higher, the lower the force, and vice versa. So, when the time taken is higher, the injury will be lower. And when the time taken is lower, the injury of the car crash will be higher. On top of that, why is applying the concept of impulse is critical for safety. Airbags, seat belts, and crumple zone all extend the time of impulse. This is because airbags deflates gradually and seat belts stretch slightly. Both is to extend the stopping time for the body so the injury can be mitigated. In addition, who will experience this impulse? The occupant of a car, like the driver and the passenger, will experience this impulse. This is because their bodies also have mass and velocity, meaning they will continue moving forward at the car's original speed until another force like a seat belts or airbags will apply an impulse to stop them. That is all. Thank you. Bye bye.
You're saying that on both scenarios, they could die if they didn't take precautions like wearing their seatbelts or check their car maintenance. I see. That reminds me of that one incident. The university bus that slid across the road. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un.
We express our deepest condolences to the families and victims of the OPSI bus crash. But car crashes is no joke. It's important for us to learn. Thank you, Aiman and Zakwan, for helping us solving this case. You are the heroes of this investigation.
Wait, I'm in Zakwan? Wait, Sat. So, you were talking to them this whole time?